What is up, my fellow mobile gamers? In today's video, we got our best guide, the fastest way to gather resources. Like and subscribe for more amazing mobile gaming content. We are in Viking Rise. We also have a new coupon code. All right, this is our newest code just released for Mother's Day. All capital letters, VR Mothers. Go ahead and enter that. It is going to expire though May 18th. So depending on when you watch this, if it's past May 18th, then this code will not work. All right, let's go over our resources. Now, the number one resource you're going to struggle with early game as a new player is going to be stone. Stone is just, it is so hard to come by early game once you start to get into those T2 troops and you start to do a lot of research and you're in that like Chiefs Hall 8, 9 area. Chiefs Hall level 5, we will unlock our second march queue. And once we do that, we're going to be designating one of our marches strictly for gathering resources, and that's going to be constantly sending out the grunts to gather stone. Whereas with our other march, we're going to be doing other things like expanding our territory and capturing these villages over here and just discovering all this new area, as well as doing other things like your staging posts. The other thing that's going to be really important is we're going to go to our academy, and it's going to be research. As soon as possible, you want to go to the economy section, and we want to bang through a bunch of these. But more importantly, once we get to this section where we have food, lumber, and gathering, we really want to try and get this as high as possible, the stone one. The lumber one and the food one, you don't need to worry about just yet. Food and lumber comes pretty easy. It's stone that is the biggest bottleneck with the resources. Next is going to be depending on which heroes you happen to unlock. If you're free to play or a very low spender and you don't have like a lot of the best heroes, then unfortunately you're just gonna have to see what heroes you have that are good for gathering stone. The best epic hero you can get early game for farming stone is gonna be this one right here. Absolutely an amazing character. If we take a look at their talent, their very first talent tree, they have Pro Gather, which is going to increase your troops gathering efficiency for food. But more importantly, look at the stone. Stone gathering efficiency by 15%. So this character, if you happen to get them early game and you pull them, you are set. Definitely invest in them early so that way you can get that bonus for that gathering speed. And what I mean by invest in them, I don't mean like go super duper crazy, but you can at least get them to the minimum, at least level 10. That way you can start dumping talent points in them to increase their stone gathering. And then as you go ahead and just increase their level, it will just kind of depend on how many troops or how many grunts you can go ahead and put with them. Typically, the problem with early game is you never have enough troops to kind of fill out a full march. So you usually don't really get the full benefit of leveling up characters early on past 10 because you typically just don't have enough troops to fill out the march. The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go click this little hourglass icon and we have our different searches. We got our farm, sawmill, quarry. First thing we're gonna do, we're gonna go to our quarry. Now early on, it's really not gonna matter if you go for a level 1 or a level 6, because again, like I said, the amount of troops you have early on isn't a lot. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna take out this level 2 one, we're gonna click gather, we're gonna create our army. Now this is going to depend. Sometimes this game does it kind of crappy and sometimes it does it decent, but you just gotta pay attention. Let me actually bump myself over to the right because this bottom left corner right here is very important to pay attention to. This green or stick thingy right here, it says stone gathering. You really want to pay attention to this percentage when you are mixing and matching your heroes. So if we click on this icon, this is how we can go ahead and change our hero. And let's pick this legendary, and you'll see that it did not actually increase. So it's still only at 11.6%. And then we'll see if we go ahead and we choose another character, we could choose one of these epic characters, it is only at 7%. So you really want to make sure that you put the best characters give you the most efficiency when it comes to farming whatever resource you are farming on. Different characters are good for different resources. Some are good for gathering stone, some are better at gathering wood. The next thing you're going to want to do is make sure you only take grunts. Grunts are strictly used for gathering resources, and also a bonus tip Grunts are also great for going ahead and building flags. Is going ahead and putting tribe flags around to expand your territory. That is a great time to go ahead and send grunts only. Don't send your actual troops, because you still want to be doing things with your troops. You want to be attacking the neutral armies. You want to be taking out other things, just whatever it may be. Grunts are strictly for gathering resources and flag building like this. You'd send all of them there. The other really cool feature that I suggest you take advantage of is the fact that you can go ahead and create pre-made squads, or kind of save a preset. So if you click this little icon right here in this top right corner where the mouse is, this will go ahead and show you that you can save up to 15 preset army marches. This is great for gathering resources. So you can go ahead and have one set strictly for stone gathering, one set for food gathering, one for pretty much every single resource. That way you don't have to come in here and mess around with the troop combinations and the hero combinations. You can just have everything preset, and then you just come in there and you'll click it. Look, you just click it and it has now been saved to the slot. We can then click on this icon underneath of it and it will say load a saved file, and then we just click that and it will successfully load it in. Now I want to show you one thing that I did with one of my blue rare characters. So I had a ton of this guy's hero shards saved up, right? I just kept pulling him and pulling hero shards for him from the gotcha center. So what I did was I got him strictly to level 10 just so I could go ahead and upgrade his talents. And then that was it. I haven't invested anything else in him yet. And I have him strictly just to go ahead and gather lumber whenever I need it. So his first talent I have completely maxed out, and you'll see increases deployed troops lumber gathering efficiency by 24%. Very, very good for gathering lumber. If we take a look at his next one, it's increased deployed infantry's attack by a percentage. Now, that really isn't going to help us. This one, increasing troops gold gathering, that will help once we do get them to 3 stars. But a lot of these, they just don't help with gathering. Only the first one is good for those blue rare heroes. After that, a lot of the heroes, they get kind of janky, and the other only good one is once you get them maxed out to 6 stars, then you get a really good one there. But what I would do is I would just come in here and I would strictly just kind of get all of your blue rares to level 10, and then go ahead and start using your blues, your shard exchanges, and just max out their first skill. That's it. They don't really max them out anymore unless you happen to pull their hero shards, and that's fine. But like this guy right here, Eugene, I would go ahead, get him to level 10. We'll go to our talents, increase deployed troops lumber gathering efficiency by a percentage. So again, we're gonna have double lumber. So if I pair these two together up, this would be like my gathering squad for lumber. So anytime I need wood, send these two out. They're both level 10. I have both their level 1 talents maxed out. Their gathering for lumber will be insanely fast. That is it. I hope you guys and girls enjoyed the video. Stay happy, stay safe. I'll see y'all later. Peace.